Thank you for the follow, Kevin. How are you, Lol? I'm alright. Just a little bit tired, but this week I'm doing night shifts basically. I mean streams during nighttime. As of next week, I think I'll be doing the morning streams again. Basically, today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish this part, finish the campaign, the main story. Also, I was thinking about adding the squat redeem that Mergy has. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to sleep soon since I work tomorrow. Oh. Well, I mean, I don't work, I don't have a job yet. But yeah, I do appreciate you stopping by, Lon. Good night, get yourself some rest, and good luck with work tomorrow. Well, I would probably do 10 squats, but the redeem would also be 1,000 points. I'm gonna add that for next week's stream. Mainly because I also need to work on my starting soon and ending soon screen. I need to make a new one. That one is really old. So yeah, basically as of Monday I'll have the squat redeem. And probably a... what's it called? When you lie on your back and then you put your arms behind your head on the ground and then you try to get up while your knees are already up. What's it called? Not a push-up. Belly crouch? No. I don't know what it's called in English. I forgot. But you know the exercise when you crunches. No, not crunches. Crutches? No. You know what I'm talking about.
It is agreeable to see you, Siegebreaker. Cluricon can be inhospitable at times, as the Tuatha have learned. We've made sure of it. So I did. We are the Bitter Frost, the last few remnants of free Winter Fae. We have refused to bend knee to Gadflow or his god. Our numbers are few, but we have fought our kin as best we can. The once noble houses of Sorrow, Pride, and Vengeance have all fallen under Gadflow's sway. Until they're freed, the Tuatha's ranks will continue to swell with the faithful. You've already done what I would ask of you when you destroyed the Prismish Chantries. Gadflow is now blind in this land. Without his guidance, the Tuatha in Cluricon will be disorganized and scattered. Our eyes are open, and our blades unsheathed. We are now free to press forward, and I can take you to an old friend who knows the next step for you.
Yeah, basically I would do those crunches. I can't even say it right. But yeah, I would also have a redeem for those, but that would be like 3,000 points because I would do 20 of them.
Yes, we will take you to his filthy tower on the island of Danistar. He hides within, and has not emerged in some time. I would like nothing more than to let him rot there. but he knows of a way past the sentinel of the House of Pride. But there will be more danger on the path ahead. Take these blades to prepare for whatever troubles you will face at his tower or beyond. Far to the southwest, there is a darkened tree by the Kaled coast. Meet me there, and we can walk the shadow to the gnome's tower. Aelin Shear will be waiting there. She was most
good night,
insistent
Flo.
to join
Thank you
in
for
whatever
stopping
business you
by.
have at the
I
Collector
appreciate
today.
it, man. Wait, I don't know if you can hear me. I had to write in chat in case the ad was playing.
We will meet again at the shadowed tree on the Kaled coast.
The Tuatha are on the run. Good work. Plus, it's much more pleasant here without Gadflow bellowing at me from all corners. But enough pleasantry. Are you prepared for your reunion with Ventrinio? Very forthright of you. I'm sure he'll be very reasonable. He probably won't even ask why you're back from the dead. Just make sure he lives long enough to get us into Alabastra, and you can count on my help. Sidon's band of merciless Fae with lifetimes of training and everything to fight for? Yes, I think they'll be quite useful allies indeed. I've heard tales of his work, half trickster, half spirit of vengeance. Danistar is almost perfectly defended. Ventrinio could keep an army off of its shores. Good thing we found another way there. Believe it or not, the House of Sorrows is the most welcoming of the Unseelie houses. Then again, a viper nest is friendlier than the houses of pride and vengeance. Secret Fae paths through elemental darkness? Magic like that should be closely guarded. Imagine how powerful it could be. He's a worm, but a useful one. Octian took quite a risk setting him up in Cluracan. Must have made a lot of deals to keep him safely hidden away. I believe our new friend has a disturbing path of living shadow to offer you. By all means, be my guest.
Make it quick. This island is a perversion.
I hope you're ready for this. I believe this island smells like death. Stay behind me. Whatever that gnome's been up to, it looks like he's made a few enemies in the process. Just as Hughes thought, Ventrinio used the same wards from their old lab. This'll be quick. Follow me and be careful. The Laz are coming from somewhere in here. This is no social visit. Keep your wits sharp.
The energy from the Well of Souls is overwhelming. Damn it! What's wrong? And why are there so many Laz?
Sounds like our rat is caught in a trap. I'm sure he'd be happy to help whoever saves him. That'll do. Careful, or we'll get trapped up there too. Here's where we part ways. I'll stop the Laz at the stairwell. You get upstairs and retrieve Ventrinio. I'll hold this staircase. Move!
A new source of power? What sort of nonsense is this? If anything had come in here, my detection spells would have... Wait. Who's down there? Show yourself! Damn it all! I don't care who you are. Get up here! Key to stabilizing the well. What I get for using all those soldiers. I never should have let them keep their swords.
This entire tower is made of flesh.
When you get up here, try not to look directly into the wall. It can be a little upsetting.
Is this the wall of flesh?
Damn it! Hurry! Before the whole well starts to collapse. Took your time, didn't you? Gods damn it! Ever since the Balor was defeated, the Chaos magic sent the well off its alignment. You show up, and now the Laz are... Wait. What? It's you. You're alive. But I saw you die. You can't be serious. This is my life's work. Don't you remember what we went through to build this? Why, you even got yourself killed in Alabastra for this. We had more than enough Prismere, but you wanted to track down the power source behind it all, even if it meant sneaking right under Gadflow's nose. I spent days trying to recover your body, but I never expected to find you alive, or for you to return. Speaking of which, how did you return anyway? What? That's impossible. You were attuned at this well. You've never even set foot in his lab. Ha! Hughes is a joke. He doesn't have the stomach for this work. Don't try waking the dead if you're not ready to make a few corpses, I say. But the well is coming down around us. Quick! I've got to slow the energy and shut this thing down. And don't... Oh, damn it all. Here they come. Hold them off. The Laz are here. Hold them off while I try to stop the flow of energy to the well. Ignore the rumbling. Focus on the lads. Perfectly safe, I think.
I don't think that was safe.
Talk with his old... There you are. Get up. Get up, you miserable worm. We've got a job for you.
A job? Ha! You know who I am. Do you know what I do here? This is the Well of Souls, the key to everlasting life. To the hells with your job.
Of course I know who you are. And since Fulmerus Hughes has proven the well to be a success, you no longer need to continue your research.
Bah! Hughes was always afraid of getting his hands dirty. He doesn't have what it takes to unlock the real power of the well. He's nothing but a glorified school teacher, weak and undedicated. By my calculations, his well may work, but he has no way to attune anyone to it. Any success he has had is more mine than his.
That may be so, but his reluctance is how you can help us where he cannot. Get us into Alabastra. We'll take care of the rest.
Yes. I'll need an escort to secure more unrefined Prismere from Alabastra. Perhaps we can make a deal after all. Anything we can salvage? Even a piece? All my work gone. Damn it all! But at least we're still alive. Once again, I triumph over death itself. Going back into Alabastra. Well, I still have a way in, but it's more dangerous now than the last time we went. I'll need more Prismere if I'm to rebuild the well. And I suppose I owe you something for saving my life. Perhaps this talisman can help you. It's a little something I salvaged from the debris. It might just help against whatever killed you the first time. We got in with a little help, of course. See, it's all because of Callus Dren, the defender of pride. In his house, no one can stand before him. None can even approach, unless you have my little secret. Patience, patience. You'll have it soon enough. I'm going to have to dig it out of the rubble of the tower. Go to the field of Huber, and I'll meet you there. And if you value your life, do not approach Dren. I know the type. Lucky you've peeked early, then crawled into a bottle and waited to die. I'm impressed you dragged him away from that bottle, but I wouldn't expect him to do any heavy thinking. You mean your deadly little shadow? I know her type. All smiles now, but it's just so she can get close enough to stick her knives in you.
That's my type of woman.
After an unfortunate incident with the Templars, Octian decided to move my work someplace a little further from the public eye. We both felt that an island in another land behind the front lines of a war might just be far enough from prying eyes. Dren, defender of pride, one of twin defenders, quite powerful in their homes. But did you know they were also entirely immune to each other's powers? And it seems the defender of valor quite disappeared when her house fell. Imagine how useful she would have been if she were here today. Simple bone soldiers, easy enough for any decent mage to build and animate. They're not really alive any more than a puppet is. Gadflow's got an empire built on Prismere. Think of all the power he's sitting on. And he's wasting it on swords and bows. Arrogant fools, all of them. At least we could sneak past them when they were overconfident. Now that the army's at their gate, they'll be watching for us. He wasn't fit to hold my crucible, much less carry on my work. He could barely even stand to cut open a warm corpse for study. I can't imagine the reason you came back in his well instead of mine. Probably some freak attunement transfer. A horrible, messy, ugly place. Too dark to keep bodies preserved and too hot to keep them from stinking. Oh, to be back in a cave in Datir. Partial successes at best. They remember how to fight, but that's about all they're good for. Named them after an old nursery rhyme. Damn things are always moaning all the time. I thought it might shut them up to give them a name. You don't remember it? Well, why dredge up the past? After all, you're fine now, aren't you? You're not the type to hold a grudge, right? You were my assistant in the well, and a damned good one at that. Octian hired you personally, said you were especially resourceful, and left it at that. I didn't know anything about you before you worked for me, and I knew better than to ask. You didn't like talking about yourself. Actually, you didn't like much of anything. Honestly, you were a terror to be around. But
That
you've
checks out.
changed. I can tell. Before you died, you would never have been this diplomatic. You probably would have knifed me for answers by now. Oh, speaking of which, you left this in your room before you died. Take it, take it. We were in Alabastra, and I never thought it'd be dangerous. At least, not very. Oh, don't give me that look. Accidents happen. You can't make an omelet without leaving a few corpses. Fine. We were collecting Prismere and Alabastra. We needed it to power the well, of course, and you got a wild idea to track down the source of the power. I tried to stop you. I really did. But you decided to sneak into Amethyst, and I wasn't about to get killed along with you. I spent days trying to get your corpse back, but to no avail. Much as I hate to admit it, I should thank Hughes for succeeding where I failed. Octian, the man lacked vision. Can you believe all he wanted was his own personal immortality machine? Such a narrow-minded goal for a Templar. Still, he wasn't squeamish about what had to be done in order to develop the well. I suppose he paid well, too, if you consider that any reason to pursue the sciences. We needed tremendous quantities of Prismere to fuel the well. but it's almost unheard of outside of Alabastra, so we had to sneak in to gather our own. My name is Ventrinio Dessalini, and I am Professor Emeritus Abscondus of Post-Mortem Studies at the Edessa University. Of course, that was all before I began work on the Well of Souls. Such an important undertaking doesn't leave much time for other pursuits, you know. The Well of Souls is a noble project. Yes, sacrifices have been made. Laws have been broken. People have died. And they will continue to die. Don't you see? That's exactly what I'm trying to prevent. How many have died in this war? Thousands. The bodies are shoulder deep in the battlefields, but for trying to cure it, they call me a monster? Get
I'll
going.
keep an eye on the gnome.
Remember, don't go near Dren until I get...
Hopeless.
There's got to be a way through here. I won't lie. Aylin's been a big help. She saved me once or twice at Melson Shear when she could have just let me die. Still can't shake the feeling that she's hiding something. But whatever it is, it's probably not too sinister. Probably. I had wondered what happened to the Winter Fae when Gadflow took control. Seems that they formed the Bitter Frost. They've got as much to fight for as our kind, and nothing left to lose. We couldn't ask for a better ally. Old Sidon's a snake, but he's still on our side. Why, I remember when he helped rescue my fiancée from Rassanon, back in my younger days. Of course, she called off the wedding and just mooned over Sidon after all that. He has that effect. He once offered me an honorary knighthood after I slayed the Dream Eater. The House of Pride practically drips with curses and enchantments. But the most powerful one is Dren himself. Any luck finding Ventrinio and his big secret? And it looks like they're not far behind you. If you were anyone else, I'd try to stop you. As it is, I'll just wish you good luck. This can't end here.
Sometimes one soldier can do what an entire army cannot.
Why is this guy going away?
You haven't tried approaching, have you? No, of course you haven't. You're still alive. This took a little longer to find than I had hoped, but it should be exactly what you need. Dren had a twin in the Summer Court, Dith the Defender of Valor. They were both entirely immune to each other's power. She faded when the House of Valor fell, but my early experiments with the Well of Souls provided a quite useful little surprise. You see, when trying to draw life energy from the ether, I captured her essence and bound it into this charm. With this, you will be immune to Dren's power. Now, be fair. Fae don't have souls as mortals do. They're a form of magic with a physical form. And I only got a little of it anyway. Just enough for a certain degree of immunity to Dren's power. It only works for one person, but it'll be enough for you to reach him. Trouble is, he'll be immune to your power as well. But I'm sure you can think of something. You've got his counterpart's essence, so he shouldn't be able to hurt you. What more do you want? So what if he's still invulnerable too? Go find a way around it. I can't do all of your thinking for you. I had no idea what a treasure I had when I first caught this essence. It was just a curiosity sitting on a shelf for the longest time. What a pleasant surprise that she could be of use to someone after all this time, eh? Now, go show that defender.
Turn back or die. Then you shall die like the others before you. I made an oath to protect my house and my homeland. No power short of death can keep me from fulfilling my duties. I know your intentions are to free my people from the Tuatha. You seem an honorable sort. You even bear the blessing of my sister. But I have sworn an oath to defend my house and homeland. I cannot let you in without a fight, and you cannot win against me. If only things could be different. If only the Tuatha were gone and my sister was back. I shall never yield. Now, enough. We could fight each other until the mountains wear away, but that will aid nothing. My sister and I were chosen to protect our kind. So long as our houses stood, the Fae would never pass from this world. I in pride, and she in valor. We never imagined that our houses could crumble beneath our feet. Mortals led to the collapse of my sister's house, but with Gadflow's help, they shall not have mine. He may taint pride with his Prismeer and his obscene god, but it will keep us eternal. I cannot yield, but if your true intent is to stop Gadflow, then perhaps there is a way my house and my honor could remain pure. If you would promise to spare the House of Pride, then we could put aside our powers and have an honest battle. Win, and your army may pass. If this is the only way to secure a chance for my house's untainted survival, then so be it. If you should win, then destroy the Tuatha in my house and the hateful witch knight Myrna. Then we can be truly free.
You did it! You actually beat him! Guess I owe Ventrinio a drink. A promise is a promise, and the Witch Knights of Pride would be powerful allies to have on our side. I'll send a few soldiers along to help. Meanwhile, I'll get the other troops ready to move into Alabastra once that gate opens. Dren's one of the Sentinels, isn't he? I've heard they were a pair of twins, unkillable on their homelands, protecting their people from attack. I've heard stories about Dith, the other Sentinel, from the days when the House of Valor still stood. I heard about her, but she was before my time. All I know is she was some great hero of the House of Valor. I once toasted with her comrades at a statue to her, but even the statue crumbled long ago. Get that gate open, and the army will be ready to go.
And he was not alone. Like the weave unraveling, the Tuatha now tainted the purity of Mathon's court. These new immortals, the Tuatha Daon, were no longer the solemn Fae of the East. Their essence is twisted into a ravenous host, unsettled, unnatured. From the nothing of winter came Godflow's malice.
Halt! Parley, and if you would be so kind as to have a word with us. I have been chosen by the remaining members of our house to speak for all. We were most honored by your intention to free us. We are in seclusion, so it's best to observe this situation without any unnecessary interference or risk to ourselves. I assure you, we will be more than happy to assist you in Alabastra. Simply carry forth and destroy Witch Knight Myrna, who has so commandeered our house, and her dreadful Prismeer Chantry, of course. We are sure you'll have no problem finding her, or defeating her. We eagerly anticipate your success.
Well done, child of dust. You've killed the immortal defender and liberated a house full of arrogant backstabbers. I should thank you for exposing the disloyal amongst my kin. But then, I have so much to thank you for. Pride? Their betrayal was inevitable. But soon you faced the House of Vengeance. And their loyalty to Tianok is absolute. Pure. Instinct. The goddess of mercy awakens. And with every step you take into my homeland, she comes that much closer to walking our world and purging your kind. So, Welcome to Alabastra. It shall be the death of you once more.
We have seen our champion bested, our advantage lost, and our minds are cleared. Bravo to you, champion. House of Pride, in our ineffable wisdom, renounces the Tuatha and demands that you accept our immediate surrender. Your army is welcome here. We trust our benevolence will be well remembered should Gadflow be dethroned. We thank you kindly, and our mages have already been assisting your army in their march into Alabastra. We trust you do not object. Most excellently spoken. You have the commanding presence of a young Aegon, who once also bore the pleasure of our august company. Allow us to welcome you to Alabastra. We trust your visit will be eventful.
The House of Pride opened its gates and welcomed us as honorary champions. They say it's simple hospitality, but I suspect we have you to thank. Now is the difficult part. We can hold Cluracan, even push a little into Alabastra, but we don't have the forces to mount a siege on Gadflow. Where armies have been fated to fail, you have the chance to succeed. But you won't be alone. The army will secure a base at the mouth to Alabastra. Meanwhile, the 5 of us will split up and infiltrate quick and quiet as we can. Meet at the House of Vengeance, on Gadflow's doorstep. From there, we strike at Bale, the heart of his empire. I'm sure you know more about it than I do. After all, you were here last. That's where we'll find Gadflow, and where we'll put an end to this whole war. I hope you're ready, this time. Ventrinio says he has a way to defeat Dren. However he got into Alabastra before, we'll have to use it to put an end to Dren's defenses once and for all. Now that you've driven off the Tuatha, those House of Pride fools don't even want to acknowledge they ever served Gadflow. Disgusting little turncoats. But useful ones to have on our side, as long as we keep an eye on them. I'll see you in Alabastra.
Hope you've got better luck this time.
Welcome to Alabastra.
Hello. Praise Lyria. I thought you'd never arrive. Welcome to Camp Moondown. Are you with Captain Ancilla's company? We need soldiers, not heroes. Without help, we won't last long on this ridge. Still, any help is something. Will you lend a hand? Thank you. Without you, we could not... No! That's a Tuatha now! Come! Goodbye. Should give you a taste of what we've been up against. Tuatha see this camp as sacrilege. Thank you for your help. The tales of your courage are true. That I don't know. Fate has thrown so much hardship our way. Tuatha took our healer. The weaponsmith ran off. The mercenaries deserted us when the gold ran out. They're camped on the land bridge to the south, but they're not going anywhere while the Tuatha hold Shadow Pass. If you rescue Colm, our injured could fight again, and we might stand a chance. Raiders seized him 2 nights ago. It was dark, but I'm certain I saw them head to Glass Pillar Caves. Goodbye.
Hello, mortal. I am the Knave of Pride. Wait a moment. The hero of Melson Shear. Here to offer your services. You have impeccable timing. I have some Bulgans that need to be disposed of. They're everywhere. Big red faces. The stuff of nightmares. The Bulgan masters use them as foot soldiers when they can. They compelled the Bulgan to fight. If you're in the mood, locate these Bulgan masters. Shouldn't be too difficult for the hero of Melson Shear. Well, get to work then, hero. And come see me once you've thwarted the threat. Goodbye.
Face your doom! Die, Morgan! I've never killed them more. That one mustn't stop!
For the harvest.
Die, Morgan!
Go. Get out of here. It's a trap.
gods, the hero of Melsenshir. I'm so sorry to have led you into that trap. I had no choice. They threatened to torture me. Forgive me. I've been wounded. Don't have the strength to care for myself. If I'm going to get back to camp, I'll need a powerful healing potion. Do you happen to have one on you? That feels better. It will be a while before the full effects take hold, but the potion did its work. If you escort me to the exit, I'll meet you back at Camp Moondown. Move fast. I'm proof of what happens to those traveling alone. Goodbye. Thanks for all your help. Goodbye. Hello.
A mortal in my path?
I liked fighting for Captain Can. You can't walk from here to Shadow Pass without... Hello. You can't walk from here to Shadow Pass without tripping over some...
I smell the stink of more. Time to perish. Read the dirt, Wesley. Face your doom.
Hello.
You have returned. No Bolgan tough enough to best the hero, eh? Ah, thank you, mortal. High Fulgen will be a bit safer now, thanks to you.
Colm is back? Great news! A healer will patch our wounds, but we'll need our weaponsmith too. I don't suppose you'd agree to help us again. Anella is a curious sort, impetuous, full of wild ideas, better suited to the Scholia Arcana than the army. She talked a lot about the Whispering Caves, so that's a good place to start. Goodbye.
Fool. I was counting on the Tuatha guards to lead me to the staff once I got out of here. Now I'll have to consult the grimoire and retrace my steps. Thanks for nothing. Very funny. What are you even doing? Oh, I see. The captain sent you, didn't she? Go back and tell her I'm not leaving without the Breath of Arbor. Come, I'll show you. Thank you, I suppose, for getting the staff back from those Tuatha. No point in keeping it for yourself. It'll only work for one such as me who can understand its whispers. Escort me to the exit where it is safe, and you can give me the staff there. Come to die. What? What? Now that I've got the staff, I want to stay as far away from Whispering Caves as possible. Goodbye.
Hello.
You found the weaponsmith? Alive? I must admit I'm shocked. And she brings with her a powerful magic? Such aid is more than welcome. And well-timed. The Tuatha are on the move. Goodbye.
Good work out there, team.
Thanks to you, we might actually live to see reinforcements arrive. I only hope our forces in Shadow Pass are faring as well. You could bring back the mercenaries. We hired them when reinforcements didn't come, but they've abandoned us. We'll need them if we are to hold a bit longer. Are you up to the task? They meant to desert us, but didn't get far before the Tuatha pushed them back. They made camp up on the overlook. You will have to deal with their leader, Gorham Kane. Goodbye.
Good to see you.
With horror's screams and ghostly face, we leave blood in a graven place. The forest black and nighttime sky, the blood that pours forth from your eye. A feast for maggots, craven all, that eat the dying when they fall. Instead of vibrant fighting flesh that fights the barghest and the thresh, that knows the plight of Seelie Fae, you who walked the Niralim's way, and reckon fates of mortal dust, and keep an oath or break a trust. We hunger for your corpse once more, to hear your cries and anguished roar.
I don't need no more stragglers trying me for a penny. I've got nothing and wouldn't share it if I did. Damn parasites. High Fulgen's no place for the likes of you. Listen here, I fight hard for my living. If folks don't compensate me justly, I make for elsewhere. If Moondown wants our help, they either pay or help us get through this pass. I've got a feeling the Alfar up ahead have work and coin to spare. If you clear out the two upper watchtowers between here and Shadow Pass, we can give Captain Camwin a bit more of our time. What do you say? Because I don't lift a finger without getting paid. Without a contract, I'm just another soldier waiting for his turn to die. That's a surprise. I'd have taken half that. Off to Moondown we go then. Goodbye.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for restoring Camp Moondown and helping us repel the Tuatha. There is one last challenge ahead. I am no great leader. I can't offer the inspiration my soldiers need, but the Siegebreaker can. Speak to them, inspire them to greatness, and we just might survive. Goodbye.
Hello.
I cannot thank you enough. Be safe in your travels and remember, you will always have friends at Camp Moondown. You are welcome in our camp anytime.
What?
Damn Alpha.
And he named it...
Agarth wanted me to keep an eye on Lady Shear, but you and I need to have a talk first. I've been reviewing my notes of our last trip to Alabastra, and I've come to some startling conclusions about your death and Tiernock. These crystals are all drawing their power from one source, something intelligent and malignant, the creature the Tuatha call Tiernock. In fact, she must be such a strong source of magic that the power she used when she killed you triggered the Well of Souls and pulled you back to life. You were attuned to the well in my lab, but Hugh's well captured your essence. Tiernock's magic seems to have been the missing element. Something incredibly powerful. I don't know if we even have a name for what she is, because no one's lived to name it. She's not a god. She's something much, much worse. And judging by the growth of this Prismere, she's very close to coming into our world for good. Whatever Gadflow's been doing, it's all in order to bring her here. So you've got to stop him before it's too late. When you and I came to Alabastra, we were looking for the source of the Prismere's power. I never found it, but I think you did. And that's why you died. The frosted gem at the center of Alabastra. Full of Prismere. But now it's a lot more full of enemies than it was when we snuck in there. Gone, gutted, and good riddance to them. That'll teach them to stand on the wrong side of a war. You did kill them all, right? Tiernock isn't a god. No god has ever commanded that much magic directly. Whatever she is, she must be amazingly powerful. I can see why Gadflow would worship her. Imagine controlling that much raw magic.
By Lyria, it was you who stood against Baelor when Telera fell. Fortune favors me today. I am commander of the Ariad. Do you bring word of my reinforcements? The ash covering the ground ahead is all that remains of my men. All fallen in our assault on that pass. The Tuatha have built a gauntlet of spell-casting sentries who greeted our every advance with fire. It's just... these Tuatha wage war like none I've known. Magical fires burning my men to a cinder with a word. But if you're brave enough to challenge them, we may have a chance. They're using the terrain against us, flanking the paths from above with sorcerers. If you can neutralize these sentries, I will charge the approach myself. Together we might be able to break their lines. Until later then.
Why did the troll pose like that?
the dirt, Dustman.
Got myself a little tied up here. And is it a trick of the eye, or are these crystals growing? Just got myself tied up in some trouble with the locals. Nothing I can't handle. Honestly, I haven't had this much fun in decades. You should have seen Alabastra at its prime. Serene and beautiful as a sky full of stars. Vale was the seat of the Winter Court. Every bit as cold as Issa is warm. But they're both beautiful in their own ways. Doesn't look like there was much of the House of Pride left to save. And I can't imagine they were happy about a mortal doing the saving, either. Not on your life. This old man can still take care of himself, you know? But I will take just a moment to catch my breath. Stupid old lungs. Keep going. I'll meet you at Vengeance.
Fear not desires your death. Flee for me, mortal.
Excellent. It looks like you have already defeated 2 of the sorcerers. The main Tuatha encampment lies ahead. Take cover with me there, and we'll discuss the final assault. The Tuatha are consumed by madness and deserve only death. We shall give it to them. Until later, then.
The skulls atop high fulgen shine, and coldly gleam in a precise line. For us who chew on hollowed bones, while alive we wail vapid moans. It's delight for us to feed, to feast, We the winter of the East. We the corpses in putrid bloom. We of decay and twilight gloom. Will never halt our hooded weight, till spilled blood is on our plate. So come into our lands at night, and see an endless wintry sight.
Greetings. The final Tuatha encampment is just ahead. It looks like they are led by the Witch Knight Decidin. I cannot deceive you. This will be a suicide mission, but we've come too far to turn back now. We need only kill Decidin, and Shadow Pass will be rid of the Tuatha. I'll be here. Hail, friend.
And he's gonna get himself killed.
The anger festers in the heart, and perfectly you play the part of hero to the summer's west, bringing Tuatha to their rest. Why do you try so hard in vain? Why bring the others senseless pain? Don't you see, don't you see, the body impaled on the tree? Will you not witness their loss, and feed upon the awful dross? Or walk again past corpses new, without care for the rotting few?
18. That's the last of them. We've paid a heavy price, but Shadow Pass is ours. I'll make camp here until reinforcements arrive. It was an honor to fight by your side. Maybe this will help you out. Stay safe.
The House of Vengeance enacted the whims of our Mad King. The divided court became Gadflow's Tuatha by force or by rebirth. The Winter Fae dwindled before this wave of frenzied strife, and before long, they were soldiers in an immortal army, or they were outcasts. The greatest of Vengeance, Malwyn, Clara, and Vestain among them, became his witch knights. War had come again to the Fae. But instead of by Lord only, it was Gadflow the King without a winner. O gloried stranger in our land, bringing death with the fate's own hand, filling the graves with corpses new, that feed the vultures, mortals too. Yes, they'll eat the flesh of the dead, and tear the limbs off, and the head. They only need the slightest lie to give them reason as to why. Their minds should be free from all guilt. And that is how your morals wit. Continue, stranger, in our home, where demons tread and evils roam. For you are now a part of woe. Blight, dusk, ruin, and living foe.
You must hurry. There is much to do. Gask and his forces are preparing to march. They know about the caves and will not cease until every last one of us has been slain. And there are the survivors of Eventide to consider. I have not heard a whisper from across the pass. And Esha, she plots a fool's errand. We must stop her. Much to do. Forgive me. Ever since the Tuatha came, omens of our destruction besiege me. My every notion is of escape and salvation. When he refused to worship Gadflow's god of smoke and ash, he thought first to kill us, but then chose a far grimmer fate. He made us his example. He sent Gask. First, Gask's priests destroyed the clans. Then he burned the bodies of the fallen and breathed in their essence, mocking the dead and the great cycle itself. One day, that is all Gask needed to unravel many seasons of the telling, to make the earth shudder and the sky weep. Now he sits above us, watching. Wonderful! Your attack will give us time to organize an escape. Do not underestimate Gask. He is among Gadflow's best for a reason. His camp of Casimir is to the north, but you must defeat his witch knights along with the Fae himself. I have faith in you. The enemy is out there. They will move on us at any... Be careful.
But Gadflow was not content to rule the Court of Winter. Mortals would bow before him as well. And so he made war on your people and drove them from the eastern lands. The Alfar fell before an avalanche of corrupted fervor. The Tuatha acted as one army and built the Prismere Chantries as new idols of their false mountain god, their Tirnoch.
Rash gosling.
else feed the cycle.
If you were here, then you were sold to the putrid lands of the old. Your lost body will burn to crumbled ash when your bones turn. There is no hope left for your life. Wielding hammer, sword, or knife will not save you. You are the waste of a contempt's malicious taste. And what awaits your untuned mind is what you hope you'll never find. The vilest, darkest, blackest thing. The conscience of a reigning king.
Another dustling for the
For the mountain god!
Another dustling for the fire.
You're back. I was keeping an eye on you from a safe distance, to see if you would keep your promise. I am amazed. I dared not speak of it, but there are prophecies of a mortal who would herald our kind's passing, while the defeat of Gask will count as a victory against the madness of Gadflow. I wonder if it is a harbinger of darker nights ahead. Prophecies aside, you have done as I asked, and we, the clan of Ashmore, recognize you. Farewell.
For Gadflow!
Agarth will not be far behind you. Neither of us saw any sign of Aelin Shear or Ventrinial. A scout on the ridge above saw the Tuatha mounting for a counterattack. You should hear what he has to say before we move on. If you'd rather not wait, talk with Agarth. Time is of the essence. Careful. This is worse than I feared.
Fear not, shall be honored.
You foolish mortals, listen well to advice in this tale of atrocities that we will tell. Horror awaits the fools who fell and languish behind arcane veil. Of own they sung, but now a god proclaimed enchanting song. They worship on their earthen sod and bow their heads and pray and nod. Another name to bear their wrongs. Flames of warlike engines roar and quake through heaven's path. In Gadflow's name they battle more. And then, despite the peace of yore, will murder neighbors in their wrath.
Good to see you here. Ready? I am. But there hasn't been any sign of Aelin Shear or Ventrinio. Damn it all, I knew we couldn't trust her. You're right. At least now I don't need to worry about when she's going to betray us. Just how she already has. Right now, we just need to get through the House of Vengeance and kill the Cur. We'll go as far as we can. Whatever is happening in Bale needs to be stopped as quickly as possible. Listen. You're more powerful than I ever was. If anyone can stop this, it's you. When you kill the Cur, you go into Bale and stop Gadflow. If we get separated, I'll keep fighting to keep an escape route open for you. Now go! Stay on guard.
They left you helpless and without hope, among the barren plains or searching for food on mountain slope, and finding only gallows rope. And then you thanked them for your pains. So these two sides are yours to choose, and the evils they put out. One to kill you without a ruse. One you're merely tools for their use. Either way, a foolhardy feat.
Victory!
As the sun is to the forest, Tirnoch is to the Fae of winter. Some embraced this new god, this break from the great cycle. Others hid in the darkest of places.
Onwards! We're nearly
Gadflow
there!
spoke of Tirnoch, and the Prismere emanated its power. It is a source of magic and hatred. It no longer slumbers beneath amethyst. The unbroken horizon of the winter is now the fiery haze of destruction.
Tirnoch shall be honored.
Join the pain, mortal. Looks like this is it. turtle.
Running out! Well fought. Your future is running out! Well fought. Another victory! Try this one! Ah! That was amazing. You're twice the hero I ever was, or could have been. Our forces can't keep going from here. We're stretched too thin, and we've lost too much. Sidon and I will hold the gate for you as long as we can. But Bale is nearly deserted. Head in, face Gadflow, end this. Good plan. I promise not to die if you don't. Just make sure you put a stop to Gadflow. Do that, and I predict our future involves sharing drinks and war stories around a cozy fire. Trust me, I'm a Fate Weaver.
My deepest apologies for not being able to join the battle. Ventrinia was something of a hassle. He attacked me. It was only a matter of time before his greed got the better of him. The closer we got to Bale, the more obsessed he became with Tianok, and with harnessing Tianok's power, just like Gadflow did. That's why he had to be stopped, and why we need to talk about our mission. I wasn't sure I could trust you. You're not the same person you used to be. We're running out of time. I'll explain as we go. Lead on. I'm right behind you.
The winter court was still as fallen snow as the jester danced and capered. juggling knives and
Fighting at your
torches, he
side,
sang to his
just like the
lords
old
and
days,
ladies,
before
but
you
none
died.
smiled. Not an eyebrow raised as the sniveling jester imitated the king, not even when he took the crown from his head. Because this was the day that Gadflow murdered the Winter Court. This was the day that Tuatha were born, and our people became a sacrifice for tyranny. Since the
You and I
Alabaster
carry on a
Wall was
duty that has
young,
been
the
fulfilled for
beautiful
centuries.
bone-white forest was
We
a
keep
place
the
of
world
peace
from
and
being
meditation.
consumed
No piercing
by
birdsong
greed,
nor
by
heated
war,
word could find its
and
way
by
between the
Tianok.
branches.
The ancient
Quiet
beast
thought
must stay
prevailed
sealed away
until
at any
Gadflow
cost.
shattered our land.
The world must never
The
realize
Tuatha's
terrible
crimson
power
axes
Tianok
chopped the
offers.
forest for arrow shafts, and Tirnock's Prismere spires rose up to consume what remained.
When Gadflow's army
Now
arose,
our forest is
we
shattered,
recognized
and
Tianok's
screams
tainted
of warfare
influence.
fill its
Only a
boughs.
force like her could warp eternal creatures like the Fae. So you came to infiltrate Alabastra, find Tianok, and seal her away forever. And you used Ventrinio to get in, under the guise of being his assistant.
The greatest
If you couldn't
heroes of
stop
winter have
Tianok,
always
she
fallen
would
from
use
the
her
Vale's
plans
pale
to fully
boughs.
escape her
From
prison,
Pietra the Keen
and the
to
world would be
Hulgan the
her new
Hungry.
plaything.
When the Tuatha
You had
claimed
to try,
dominance over us,
even though
heroes
the Fate
arose
Weaver
to
said
defend
you were
winter.
doomed. 'Cause
Gadflow
when I
laughed at
found
their
you in
challenge
Dalentarth,
and called up
when I
Tirnock's
saw you would
wrath.
come back to life,
In a second,
I
our
wasn't
most
sure how
loyal
much you
heroes were
remembered.
impaled by
I couldn't
Prismere
be certain you
spires.
would keep our
Our
secrets.
heroes were
I
gone,
considered
never
killing
to
you
be
then and
reborn,
there.
and our
Nothing
people
personal.
succumbed to
You
Gadflow's
would have done the same
madness.
to me. But then I saw what you had become. I saw the new powers you wield. No more delays. When I saw you could change fate, I knew you were our only choice. So I helped you continue your mission to stop Tianok, even if you had forgotten it. But over time, I realized you weren't the same man you were when you died. You were more. You were better than the heartless commander I had known.
And so, instead of an arcane age, Gadflow would have an endless winter. Not the winter of the...
In happier times, the Winter Court would come here to bathe in the colors of the midnight gardens. Night violets and pale moonflowers blossomed on a field of bluest grass studded with frost. When stars align, at long last, Gadflow has crushed the Winter Fae, and his Tuatha rules us utterly. No longer are we reborn into this world, unless his god Tiamat wills it so. This monster has crushed us, and our kind shall pass from this world. Pathetic. But our memories might yet last. When Gadflow is gone, and his god is left for
Last
another
time you
people
came
to
here,
ravage,
you were destined
I
to
may
die.
be freed from my
This
tomb.
time, your
And then
destiny
I
is
may
up to
share
you.
what dreams we made. It is the only immortality any of us may hope for now.
No more delays. Now we have a chance to finally... This must have been a lot for you to take in at once. But I need you to be clear on who you are and what you need to do. A lot has changed since you were here last. It isn't going to be as easy this time. And last time it killed you. Oh, she's a creature with incredible power. A dragon. But she is no simple lizard in some child's tale. She has a power rivaled only by the gods. Thousands of years ago, the ancient Alpha sealed her in the Amethyst between this world and the world of magic. And there she went mad. As her prison weakened over time, she was able to tempt Gadflow into helping her gain enough power to break free. And if she escapes fully, it will mean the end of all mortal life. Tiernok's revenge for tens of thousands of years of imprisonment. That's why people like you and I have dedicated our lives to keeping Tiernok secret from the world. We were supposed to keep Tiernok hidden from the world. Anyone who learned too much had to die. But when Gadflow found her, you were the one who volunteered to kill him and seal Tiernok away once more, even though you were fated to fail. It took every trick we had to get you here the first time, and you still died. I don't know if you plan to be resurrected, but knowing you, I wouldn't be surprised. Everyone who knows the truth of Tiernok will be dead, and Tiernok will be sealed away once again. We can return to our duty of keeping the knowledge secret, assuming that's the life you want to return to. But if you refuse, then I'd have to make sure you never tell the truth about Tiernok. Of course, I'd rather it didn't come to that. But you would have done the same. Huh. I have more important things to do than love. And so do you. But I do trust you with the fate of my world. It may not set your heart aflutter to hear it, but it'll have to do. Lead on. I'm right behind you.
You don't understand, do you? The power of Tiernok.
Yes! Return to your grave! Crumble, child of dust! Tiernok, lend me your power! Crumble, child of dust! Tiernok, lend me your power!
An illusion. Something's not right. If Gadflow isn't here, then he must be hiding further underground, someplace closer to the source of the Prismere. You needn't try to impress me, you know. Not anymore. Besides, we don't have time. Whatever bargain Gadflow made with Tiernok, it's about to pay off. And when that happens, the world will suffer her wrath. In the heart of Alabastra is the former unseelie city of Baal. Beneath the Winter King's court, there is the Cave of Amethin. It's a place of tremendous power. It is where Tiernok is imprisoned, and where you died. Somehow Gadflow found a way to reach out to Tiernok. Or perhaps she was able to seek out his twisted mind. She offered him power, and with it, he began the Tuatha. No wonder Gadflow thinks she's a god. We were two of the people who were supposed to keep Tiernok hidden from the world. Anyone who learned too much had to die. But when Gadflow found her, you were the one who volunteered to kill him and seal Tiernok away once more, even though you were fated to fail. It took every trick we had to get you here the first time, and you still died. I don't know if you plan to be resurrected, but knowing you, I wouldn't be surprised. Then Trinia was right. Tiernok is no god. She has almost as much power, and is every bit as dangerous to the world as any Dock god. Her powers raised Gadflow from a jester to a warlord, and in return, his army would usher in a chance for her to enter this world and consume it. She's imprisoned deep in the Amathen, but Gadflow's war has weakened her bonds. There's no time to spare. If she gets free, our world is lost. Let's go. Tiernok is held captive deep in the Amathen, but her prison is weakening by the moment.
I feel you here again, full of life, full of fate. What have you brought for me?
I can feel Tiernok's eyes upon us.
You've used your power well. So much potential. Let's have a taste, shall we?
This is your end. She just tore out a part of the fates you've stolen and turned it against you. Perhaps it is not inaccurate to think of her as a god.
I have been imprisoned here since before your kind emerged from the dark. But now, my freedom draws near.
We cannot let Gadflow free Tiernok.
Godflow's prayers weaken this prison, but he is not the one who will set me free.
Don't listen. You're the only one who has the power to stop her.
When you first came to me, death was your only fate, but and you were so eager to play your role.
You chose this? What does she mean by that?
I gave you freedom, and now you have returned to grant me mine.
Only you have the power to reseal Tiernok inside the Amathen. I must keep the secret of her existence from the world. Once Tiernok is pushed back into her prison, these caverns must be sealed. But that leaves one question. Can I trust you to keep Tiernok's secret? That is excellent. After all that you've done, it would have been a shame for you to die a second time. If you do escape, I will be watching you. And know this, anyone who learns the truth of what happens here, I will silence myself. Go. Stop Tiernok from fully entering this world. But remember, my blades will always be at your back. Tiernok's power is immense. She just tore off a splinter of what you could have been and turned it against you. When she killed you, that much power must have torn you free of the entire tapestry of fate. Nothing in the world is fated to stop Tiernok. That's why you're the only one who has a chance. I'm just here to make sure you take it. This way. There's no turning back now.
Sacrifice yourself and seal the fate of your world.
It's time to choose your fate. Amethin lies beyond. This is where the dragon will breach the veil.
Come forward, mortals. Behold the birth of Tirnach. Attend your final hour.
My fate does not lie beyond those doors. You alone may change what is to come. Go!
Ah, yes. Welcome back, mortal. How does it feel, I wonder, to return to this place? Does the pain of your death still linger? Can you feel it echo through the air? And now, in this place, you shall witness the birth of Tirnach, the destruction of the Alpha, and the dawn of the endless winter. Oh, yes, she comes. Tirnach the powerful. Tirnach the merciful. Qualla fella Tirnach. Qualla sera Tirnach. Tirnach? Have I done well, lady? Are you pleased? Did I...
You have served your purpose.
But I have so much more to give.
And now, Fateless One, you shall serve yours. Come closer. Give yourself to me. This prison shall be your tomb. Frost! Impossible!
How could we have known that this would be a new beginning? I wonder now if we should have foreseen this outcome, but who knew then what fate would bring? I would have liked to have delivered this message in person, to see you one final time. That, however, would have been complicated. The order to which I belong had other plans. Were you ever to leave the crystalline fortress? When it comes to you, though, it seems no fate is written in stone. It was only through my assurances that your silence could be counted upon that either one of us still draws breath. I trust you will not make of me a liar. Were stories of what we have seen to begin to surface in the inns and taverns of Amalur, I would be asked to seek you out. And as we both know, the next time you die, there will be no return. But let us not speak of this. Your life is your own. Go now, and see what fate may bring you, or what fate you may bring. Perhaps one day in happier times, you and I will meet again. Until that day, I remain yours, Aelin Shear.
Well, that's the main story out of the way.
Well, well, awake at last. You gave us quite a scare. But you're here and the war's all but over. So who are we to complain? Never had any doubt at all. Sidon and I were waiting for you when the ground started rumbling and the Tuatha all started screaming. And all I could think was, Gadflow just met his match. Sure enough, half of those red-eyed bastards gave up then and there. Wasn't much longer before Aelin Shear showed up carrying you over her shoulder. Told me to watch over you, make sure you were okay. She left some kind of note for you, but I know better than to read a private message from the likes of her. Yes, you did. You had an army at your back, but in the end, it was you who defeated Gadflow. But there's something you ought to know. A lot of the soldiers asked me for readings after the fighting ended. And, try as I might, I can't see a fate for any of us. Good? Perhaps. Freedom is a blessing, and a curse. If fate truly no longer holds sway over us, only time will tell if it is for good or ill. But regardless of what happens, Amalur and its people remain because of you. And no matter where your path leads, never forget, a person is defined by his actions. Who you are is up to you, and you alone. Go, my friend. Enjoy this world and all of its splendors. You've earned it. Anything for you. I've been a lot of things in my life. A hero and a heartbreaker. A fate weaver and a failure. All at the cruel hands of fate. Until you came along, I never had a choice in what I was. Thank you for that. First she works with us, then she betrays us. Then she saves your life. I admit I don't know what to make of that woman. But I feel like we owe her. Not that I'd know how to find her, or pay her back for that matter. I've heard legends about it, but supposedly it's a deep cave beneath Bale. either for the Winter King's meditation, or where they emerge after they die. Last I saw him, Sidon was mourning at the House of Sorrows. I can't imagine what his people are going through. If you see him, give him my regards. The Winter Fae were a decent people. They didn't deserve what Gadflow did to them. Well, ever since you came back from Alabastra, I cannot read a place in the Weave for anyone. Whatever you did, it didn't just win the war. It's given us all a chance to make our own destinies. Whatever you did to him, Gadflow is truly dead and gone. Sidon says he won't be reborn, although I don't know how he can be so sure. You've all but ended the war, and you've surely changed its destiny. Every mortal in the Feylands owes you thanks. Sure, there are still Tuatha left here and there, but they've got no leader, and they don't pose half the threat they used to. There are still plenty of Tuatha, but without Gadflow to give them the word of Tirnoch, they've gone mad. So the gnarled madman didn't make it out of Alabastra? I can't say I'm choked up over the loss.
Good morning, sir. Good to see you up and out of your quarters. This here is the lower hall of the Orbicant. The Council has granted this rare honor in light of all you've done for us, for all of Alpha kind. They have also allowed me to offer you access to the Reserve Armory, if you would care to have a look. I do hope your stay has been restorative.
Right, well, I'll leave the side quests and the last two DLCs for next time. I'll probably first finish the Firstborn DLC and then finish the Legend of Dead Kel. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Also, there are some lore stones that I missed. I'll get them off stream. I don't know the location, so I'll have to revisit all of the dungeons and find them. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.